Hello, my friends, and welcome to something fun and new and interesting and kind of weird, but also really sexy. So with that being said, let me tell you guys a really quick story. I have a second computer. In my second computer, they were like, hey, your Windows 7's getting kind of old, man. Upgrade to Windows 10. So that's what I did. I upgraded to Windows 10. Then I was hearing other people telling me, hey, Chris, you know what you can do with Windows 10? You can download BTD Battles and play on your computer. And I was like, holy crap, this is kind of cool. So I decided, you know what? Let's just create a new account. I could do the same account that I had on my mobile version, but I'm like, no, screw that. Let's play on the computer. So this is me starting a new account. I've had so many people tell me to try and do this. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to have some fun with it. Oh yes, there's going to be a lot of information in this video. I'm not going to talk that much about the gameplay. Maybe later on in the video I'll talk a little bit more about the gameplay and everything. But I want to talk about the point of this series and how this will help you become a better player in the long run. A lot of people can learn from these videos. So, like I said, we are playing on the computer, but that really doesn't give me that much of an advantage. In fact, it might actually give me a disadvantage, because even though I'm playing on a computer, there aren't any hotkeys. You cannot press the hotkeys for the tower, so if you're playing on Flash, everybody knows it's easier to micromanage on a computer. You can use hotkeys to upgrade towers, you can use hotkeys to build towers, you can use hotkeys to get all of your abilities ready and sell things and everything, so it makes things go by really, really fast using a bunch of different fingers and everything. With this mode, there is a way to upgrade your towers with the page up and page down button, but it's just not a viable way of making things work for me. I use, like, everything's on the left side or on the right side of my keyboard and everything, so it just really doesn't work. So I decided a little bit later on I check it out and I try it out for a couple games, but overall I just don't like it and I just don't want to use them. So yes, it doesn't really give me a big advantage playing on the computer. I wanted to point that out really quick. Also, because I'm going to be playing a whopping 100 games in this series, at least. I want to start off with 100 games, then we're going to kind of push through and see, like, what else we can do with this. Maybe we'll go even further if you guys are enjoying this series. Because, you know what, I get this a lot. A lot of people tell me, Chris, your record is, like, it's not very good. I mean, you're supposed to be a really good player, but you only have like a 2-to-1 win ratio, a 3-to-1 win ratio. Like, I've seen people with 5-to-1 win ratios or 6-to-1 win ratios. They must be 50 times better than you. Well, you know what? It's not always about the win-loss record. I like to kind of prove that sometimes. Even though, of course, win-loss record does mean a lot in a lot of situations. I do a lot of challenges, I do a lot of weird things, I do a lot of testing scenarios with weird towers and a lot of that stuff, just to have fun. I like to have fun with the game, more than having a really good win-to-loss ratio. Alright, so the main point of this video is to show fast, action, interesting replays of a lot of different scenarios and how to win in those scenarios. Because the biggest problem for a lot of players, especially new players, is having to adapt to different situations. Whether it's a different map or a different enemy with different defenses. So there's a lot of different things going on in the game. You can have different towers, you can get a different random tower, your enemy can have different towers, you can have different rushes coming at you, you can have different rushes that you can send out. So there's a lot of different things going on in the game. So I'm trying to streamline this for you guys. I'm going to do a very, very similar strategy every single time. I'm probably going to change up my, of course I'm going to get a different random tower every single time. I'm going to get, a different map just about every single time. I'm going to get a different enemy with different towers every single time. So there is a lot of difference in every single game. But because I'm using mostly the same towers and mostly the same strategies in most of these situations, it's going to allow me to do very, very good. And it's going to show you guys how to start winning very easily, even with a new account on these guys. So of course, the people we're facing right now, they're not very good. But once you get later on, once you get 30 games, 40 games, 50 games, and you're not going to be playing these players that are completely new. You're going to start playing people who are a lot better at the game, and having to adapt with these lower tier towers to be as good as them or even better than them is going to be kind of difficult. And that's the point of this entire series here. It's just, first of all, to have fun. Second of all, to win a lot of games. Third of all, teach you guys how to win a lot of games with these sort of interesting strategies or new strategies, or with a new account. Because a lot of the people that are watching these videos, of course, they're not seasoned veterans that have been playing the game for several years. A lot of you guys are new, and you guys are trying to learn how the heck am I going to be a good BTD Battles player, even with very little medallions and very little towers, not much going on. Well, this is the video for you. This is the series for you. Watch these videos. It will help you out so much in becoming a better player. So that being said, I do have more limitations. Besides being on a computer and having to use a mouse to micro, which in some situations is good, but some situations is slightly bad, I found it actually easier for me to micro with my fingers, because I can use 2 different fingers compared to 1 mouse. On the other hand, because my fingers are kind of chubby and carrot-like, like it's kind of hard to go exactly where I want to on, my iPad or my phone. So having a mouse is kind of nice because I can click the exact area that I want. So that being said, that helps me out a little bit, but I feel like I can micro slightly faster on my mobile device. But as far as limitations go, besides that, I also have a lack of battle energy. I only have 20 battle energy. So, with that 20 battle energy, I'm trying to survive 10 games. Every single one of these videos will be 10 games long. Whether it's 10 wins, 10 losses, 5 wins, 5 losses, whatever it is, I can only use 20 battle energy. And keep in mind that one of those battle energies is getting a random tower too. So against some people, I might not even be using a random tower, or I might run out of battle energy. So it's going to be like, oh no, that's terrible. But I am limiting myself on that note. But also, of course, I have a lack of towers. When you have a small amount of battle energy, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, whatever amount of battle energy you have, you're limited in a lot of ways. I think you only unlock all the towers at, what, 600 battle energy or something like that? So we don't, or all of the upgrades, or even having the ability to upgrade them at like 600, 700 battle energy. So yeah, you're really limited in a lot of different ways. So that being said, we have to play this smart. I'll talk a little bit more about later on about what upgrades you should get first, especially in the next video. But of course, dart monkeys. Dart monkeys are going to be the key thing for me. Holy crap, as you can tell, I started off with mostly cannons and snipers, so I need something for the grouped balloons, and I need something for the leads and the camo leads. And also, once I get a 0-3 dart monkey, that's when the game changes. As soon as you get 3rd tier dart monkeys, everything is awesome. You are going to start owning everybody. Use the dart monkeys if you are a beginning player. Trust me on this. And then eventually, once you're able to get up to farms and dart monkeys should be your 2 main towers every single game, or at least I think they should be every single game. So we're already 8-0, so we're doing really, really good. But again, we're facing kind of bad players at the moment, so I don't really feel good about an 8-0 record. I have a lot of people tell me, Chris, I'm 22-6. Does that make me a really good player? Yes, it does make you a good player. But you're also facing some really, really noob-cakish players. So if you just started a new account or something like that, and you're facing these newer players, does it really matter that you have a 26-6 record? No, it really doesn't, because you're starting a new one. Alright, so the last thing I want to talk about is the speed of the videos. Yes, they are very, very fast. I actually recorded in 10 frames per second, planning on making these really, really fast. So even if I made them slower, it would look really bad and laggy, because I wouldn't actually get any more frames out of the video. It'd still be at the 10 frames. And I did that because it was on my second computer. My second computer kind of sucks, so I don't know, it just wasn't very good. And then I actually tried upgrading to 60 frames per second. It just turned out really, really bad. Actually, okay, I don't even want to talk about it. Let's just say it turned out bad. So all these videos will be 4 times speed. I'm sorry if that doesn't work for you, but that is the design. The series is designed for you to be not bored while watching a very similar gameplay from me on a lot of different maps against a bunch of different people. I don't want you guys to get bored, so I designed this way on purpose. That being said, I'm not going to change it. No matter how many people complain, no matter how many people say anything, I will not change it to be slower. If you can't adjust to the speed, that is your problem, not mine. So the only thing that I kind of don't like is the fact that at the very end of the game, the rushes, it's kind of hard to tell exactly what I did or why I did something. So I'll try and explain it during the videos, especially the next upcoming videos, because all of those are going to be talking more about strategy and how to become a better player. This one was just the sort of get used to what the heck's going on with these videos. So that's what I'm going to have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and have a super duper delicious day.